The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
Ready? 15, line. 15, line. 54.
Watch the pass.
Tannehill on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gathered together, the defense is playing better, and Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Derrick Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be fourth down. Here we go on fourth, Tannehill. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, Week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs?
Well, Tennessee just lost at home to Houston, and now we'll have to go on the road to play them again in Week 17.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Now Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze, pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. He wants it all for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Henry running right. He'll have a first down past the 40. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 71 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. And a fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Hey, exit. Pilot, 64, weak. Right there, 56.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Gets this one to Hill. He finds an opening past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Brees. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Kamalei Correa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Recon, 132 fighter.
So here we go on 4th down with Brees. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Set, 60 Pittsburgh. 54, 54. And let's pin them in.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They will find Davis. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Ready, 30 base. 54. You won't see me in your nightmare.
Now it's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
15 line. 15 line. Let's go, D. Mike 56. Mike 56. Hey, Charlie. Go.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill letting one go deep for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. Brees now, flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Easy, opposite. 80 weapon.
On the ground, this is Kamara.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
21.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. Open man is Michael Thomas. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. Breeze now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They run it again with Kamara. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Easy. Right there. 54, right there. Easy.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. To throw is Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshall.